In this video of class 9th, chapter Atoms and Molecules, we are going to study about molecules of compounds. As we have studied in previous lecture that atoms of same elements combine together to form molecules of element. For example, O2 is the molecule of oxygen gas. O3 is the molecule of ozone gas. Both are made by the atoms of oxygen element only. Now, the molecules of compounds are formed by the joining of atoms of different elements chemically. Means by chemical reaction, when the different atoms of different elements combine together, they form the molecules of compound. For example, water, H2O, hydrogen chloride, HCl, carbon dioxide, CO2. A molecule of water is made by two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. The formula becomes H2O. The molecule of hydrogen chloride is formed by one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. The formula becomes HCl. And the formula of carbon dioxide is CO2, which is formed by one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen combined together chemically. The compound which is formed by the molecules is called molecular compound. All the earlier mentioned examples H2O, HCl and CO2 are the molecular compounds, and there are many examples also like methane, ethane, carbon monoxide and so many. All are the molecular compounds. Video of class 9th chapter Atoms and Molecules, we are going to study the topic chemical formula. Chemical formula represents the composition of a molecule of a substance in terms of the symbols of elements present in the molecule. This can be of any element or any compound. A chemical formula is also known as the molecular formula. The formula of element. A chemical formula of an element is a statement of the composition of its molecule, in which symbol tells us the element and the subscript tells us how many atoms are present in one molecule. For example, hydrogen gas is represented as H2. Oxygen gas is represented as O2. This tells that in these gases, two atoms of hydrogen and oxygen respectively involved in making a molecule of the above mentioned substance. In this pic, you can see the formula of elements of various gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, phosphorus, and sulfur. The element is represented by the symbol, and the number as subscript mentions that how many atoms are involved in one molecule of this substance. Ninth chapter Atoms and Molecules, we are studying formula of compounds. As we have studied that formulas of element include the atoms of same elements. In the formula of compounds, the various atoms of different elements are combined. For example, in the pic you see that formula of H2O is represented by two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Orange color atoms sphere represents oxygen atom, whereas two white spheres represent hydrogen atoms joined to the oxygen atom. So, a formula of compound gives us the knowledge of number of atoms of each element present in the given compound. There are so many compounds already we have studied like H2O, CO2, HCl gave the correct information of the atoms present in their molecules. In this given list, you can see the formula of the various compounds, and the elements present in them are represented by the symbol of atoms on the right corner. In this pic, you can see that various models of different compounds. The first one is a model of carbon dioxide. One black sphere represents carbon atom and two orange spheres combined joined to it shows two oxygen atoms. Second model is of ammonia molecule in which blue sphere is of nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms are represented by 3 white spheres. Similarly, in the last model of methane molecule, black sphere represents 1 carbon atom and 4 white spheres represent 4 hydrogen atoms joined to it. So in this way, we can say that the formula of molecule represents the number of atoms of each element present in the compound, and the formula of molecule is known as molecular formula of the given compound. Ninth chapter, Atoms and Molecules, we are going to study about molecular mass. As the name suggests, that molecular mass is the mass of a molecule. Maybe it is of element or of any compound. So molecular mass is mass of a substance is the relative mass of its molecule as compared with the mass of carbon 12 atom taken as 12 units. So the molecular mass shows that how many times of that substance of a given substance mass is heavier than the carbon 12 atom. For example, like the molecular mass of hydrogen is 2 unit, which means that molecule of hydrogen is 2 times heavier than the 1 by 12 of carbon 12 atom. Let's see how can we calculate the molecular mass of any compound or molecule. The molecular mass is equal to the sum of the atomic masses of the atoms present in one molecule of that substance. So if we know the molecular formula, then we can calculate the molecular mass of that substance. For example, H2O. The mass of one hydrogen atom is 1 unit, so the mass of 2 hydrogen atoms is 2 unit, and the mass of one oxygen atom is 16 unit. On adding them, we get the mass of water molecule is equal to 2 plus 16, which is equal to 18 units. Of class 9 atoms and molecules chapter, we are going to study about significance of the formula of a substance and with an example. The first point says the formula represents the name of the substance. For example, H2O represents water. Formula represents one molecule of the substance. So H2O represents one molecule of water. Third point says the formula also represents one molecule, 1 mole of the molecule of the substance. That is, formula also represents 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of the substance. Same for the H2O, that 1 mole of H2O is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of water. Formula gives the name of all the elements present in the molecule. As in the water, we have hydrogen and oxygen. Formula gives the number of atoms of each element present in one molecule. As in water, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen are present. Last point says formula represents a definite mass of the substance. That is, in H2O, the mass of 2 hydrogen atom is equal to 2 and 1 oxygen atom is equal to 16. On adding, we get 2 plus 16 is equal to 18 units. By this we can say that formula of a compound gives all information about that molecule